is your lucky day.
Really? Did I win something?
Kind of. Your high school music theory students will be here momentarily.
Wait, what do you mean, my students?
I meant exactly what I said. You're about to continue their lesson on sampling in today's music.
You're gonna help me though, right?
No, let's see how you do by yourself first. Just so you know, they've already listened to some of their favorite songs that just happen to include sampling. Now it is your job to help them understand what sampling is and think about this composition technique.
Wow, I can't believe I'm going to be a teacher. They're going to learn so much from me.
I didn't think I would hear these songs in the classroom. Isn't she too old to know that stuff?
Hey kids, you know, it's really rude for you to be talking when I'm up here trying to teach you. Now, as I was saying, Wikipedia says that in music, sampling is the act of taking a portion or a sample or one sound recording and reusing it as an instrument or a different sound recording of a song.
Why is she talking to us like as if we were 5?
Didn't I tell you to stop talking? Why aren't you copying this down? Really hope you're prepared for the wonderful quiz we're having later.
A quiz? What is she talking about? What is this supposed to do with what we started with in class?
Okay, Sarah, can you tell me the definition of sampling?
Isn't it like something like a part of a song or something? I don't remember what he said.
Well, you got the gist of it. So now we're going to have an assignment. You have to create your own song using sampling, and you must have 4 key signatures, 2 different time signatures, and have a lot of contrapuntal movement.
Hold on. Do you have any idea what just happened?
Yeah, I taught, and I think I really reached them.
I hate to burst your bubble, but you created a bad environment for your students.
What do I do now?
Find a way to use the songs they just listened to help explain the definition of sampling. You might want to play the song from which the sample was taken from and have them discuss it.
I can see that you all are familiar with the song Live Your Life by T.I. and Rihanna. But does anyone know this song?
Oh, that sounds like part of the verse Live Your Life.
That's right. What you heard is called sampling. Now, the definition of sampling is...
Hold on. Before you tell them the definition of sampling, remember that students' native capabilities are developed through social experience, which result in a better understanding of the subject matter. How can you make this a social experience?
That sounds like part of the verse Live Your Life.
Sarah, that is so great. What you heard was called sampling. Did everyone else catch that?
Oh, yeah,
I don't understand what you guys are doing. That does make sense now,
Hey,
yeah.
little buddy, do you think that you could give us a definition of what you think sampling is?
I think that sampling is taking one part of a song and using it in another.
Good. Now that we know what sampling is, why don't we use those compositional skills that you've been working on the past few weeks and create a song using sampling? You can write about anything you choose. You are the composer. What? Where'd they go?
Unfortunately, this dream has a time limit of 10 minutes. The second time around, you created a good environment for your students.
I remembered what you told me about Dewey. I applied his key beliefs in the classroom. You told me that one of his key beliefs was that the student's psychological maturation and social enculturation are the raw material and starting point from which growth occurs. I messed up the first time, but the second time around, I talked to the students as mature young adults and tried to recognize where they were coming from. One of his other beliefs was that the educational environment is the means of developing native capacities. This educational environment includes the classroom and the relationship students have with each other and with the teacher. The students' interaction with the environment is how their native capacities can be developed. The second time I did the lesson, I encouraged the interaction among the students and between the students and myself, instead of telling them to stop talking and listen to me. I also remember that whole thing that Dewey said about directed growth. and presenting the students with an opportunity for the possibilities to grow.
I think that if I gave you enough time for the students to share their compositions with you, you would have been able to tell if they completed the learning circle or not.
I could have studied their response to the experience and observed their thought process through their actions.
It seems like you yourself have completed the learning circle.
I think I really understand a lot more about teaching. Thank you. I think I'm tired. I'm going to go back to sleep.
That's a good idea.